The Father and I, no difference. The Father and all that the Father has is mine. The Father, the grand intelligence, that which is greater than. How wonderful it is to know that I am included, to know that that grand intelligence reveals all to me. For I am the visible substance. I am the visible knowledge. To know that the Father does not do anything in the earth except he do it through me. How wonderful a revelation to realize something so grand that I sit and I wait. I listen. I listen because the kingdom of heaven is within me. It is written. This is law. The kingdom of heaven is within me. It is written. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. The world and they that dwell therein. It is written. That is law. I will go unto the Father, for the Father is always welcoming me. All this that I meditate on, that I think on, I realize it is law. It is written. The Father withholds nothing. I only need to know what is rightfully mine and know that all I have to do is listen. Listen sincerely. Listen knowing that the Father will reveal all that I need. The Father reveals himself as everything necessary to life. Nothing is being withheld. Why? Because the Father loves me. Loves me with all. Loves me so much that he secured a place with him. And I now bring forth righteous action. What is that righteous action? To acknowledge him in all my ways and to know that he will in no wise leave me. He will in no wise forsake me. For all that the Father has is mine. Mine. I am in the Father. The Father is in me. And where the Father's love is, there's total freedom. Total freedom. So I rest in this freedom. I look not at that, though it may appear that this freedom does not come, I don't look at that. I continually look at the law. It is written. And then I understand why the prophet declared, oh, how I love thy law. For nothing can separate me from the love of God. Father, speak. Speak, for your servant is listening. You know, and so it is. I used to think that when I made these pauses and did other little things in between, I used to think that I was breaking my contact with God. But God showed me sort of like on Facebook when you make a post and you send it, it's gone. It went wherever. It went to all of the people who were designated to read it. It went to public if you got it on. It went. You can't pull it back. You may go in and delete it, but whoever was there at the time when you sent it, they saw it and they can say, wait a minute, it's gone now. So when you're meditating and you have to, just like this morning I was in meditation and someone called and my wife came to me with the phone. I had to stop. You see what I'm saying? But the meditation that I had done, where was it? Gone. in a good way. It went where it was supposed to go. And I know the words that you keep noticing me say today, it is written. I know where it went. So therefore, I am now expecting what? The result of it. It has to come. Why? Because the Father that heareth in secret will openly. See, this is the law. We live by the law. So today we're going to finish up this sermon, which is part 2 of last week. Not to say there's only 2 ways to get on a spiritual journey and complete it, but I'm just completing this one. And our theme is study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And today, someone came to me and they were telling me about the different ways that other people are interpreting the scriptures. Well, that's good for them, right? But where is the proof? It's always in the what? In the pudding. If it works for them, then I want to know. I want to know what you're doing. But if it's not working for you and all you're doing is telling me that I should be doing this, that's not proof. But if I go to meditation and I get the result, then I'll just simply look at you and go, oh, I hear you. I'm not going to argue with you. I simply hear you. I'm not agreeing with you. And like I told the person, ask this person, well, why does God keep blessing me if I'm wrong? Whoa. Where is the pudding? See? The proof is in the pudding. If God is blessing me and you're telling me I'm wrong, why would I stop doing what I'm doing? Study to show thyself approved unto who? That's the pudding. That's the pudding. I'm not trying to please you. I'm not trying to make you believe that I know what I'm doing. I'm right. No. Who am I showing that I want to be right? God. And God has said, if you are pleasing to me, I am going to show you that you are correct. You won't be able to show anybody else, but what will you do? It's like investing in one time a man told me, he said, McDonald's stock is getting ready to split. You need to get as much money as you can and invest in McDonald's. Now, he was in insider trading. I didn't know it. I couldn't get the money, but he told his brother, and his brother told him he didn't have the money. He told his brother, go borrow the money because this is going to happen. And when you get your triple value, you can pay the loan off. His brother didn't do it, and I didn't do it. But come Monday morning, guess what happened? The stock tripled. Like I said, we didn't know it was insider trading, but that's what it was. He had inner knowledge of what was going to happen. So you have inner knowledge of what is going to happen if you sit consistently seeking for the understanding of God. God is saying, I approve of you because you are seeking me. Now, don't seek him for the things he's done in your life. You've already found out that doesn't work. Come on. Lord, I need my water bill paid. And it didn't get paid. Lord, I need a new car, and you don't get it. Lord, I don't need to lose my job, and you lost it. You already know that doesn't work. But he said, if you seek me for my sake only. Seek ye first what? The kingdom. Seek first the kingdom, and I will add unto you. But Lord, he said, now you're thinking. You're thinking now. Stop thinking. I don't want you to think. I want to take all worry from you. But you have got to gradually give yourself over to me so that you needeth not be ashamed. You have rightly divided the word of truth. What is rightly dividing the word of truth? I know that God is the only truth there is. Rightly divided. I will consider no other truth because God is the only truth. Now, can you see why Jesus walked around not fearing anything? Not looking at anybody that could do anything? Because he had sat. He had sat in his wilderness, and he had been tempted by the things that people get tempted by, and he had responded with, it is written. It is written. This is the law, and I'm going to follow this law. This is the victory, even our faith. Well, what is that? For a person to come to God or to receive from God, he must first believe that God exists. You got to first believe that he exists and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Well, what if you don't know that God exists? Something has got to bring you to that point where you're saying, there's got to be a God. There's got to be something out here that knows what's going on. And it has to be greater than any situation that's happening to me, right? That would be God. And I have to believe that this God created all things not for hurt, harm, and endangerment, but he had to create it for the well-being of his creation. Someone then is going to come to you and say, guess what I found? He said, what? Here's the Bible. Now you have the opportunity to read about this so-called super intelligence that rules over everything, that created okay, this book says he exists. And it goes along with your mama and your daddy, your grandma, your uncles, aunt telling you that there's a God out there. But now you've got written proof of his existence, but you still don't have God. So now you got to set out on a journey to find this God. And the obstacles that you got to go around, people telling you that you got to join this type of church, you got to have this type of attendance, you got to give this type of money, you got to be a part of this. Those are the obstacles you got to get around, because the search for God is not an outward search. The search for God is inward. Where's the kingdom? Jesus said, seek not outwardly to find God. If they tell you he's over there in the Baptist church, don't go. Right? If they tell you he's over in the Vatican, don't go. Lo, the kingdom is within. Now I've got a focal. I got a focal point now. How in the world do I seek within? There your journey is. Now you ever heard that scripture? Come out from among them. You ever heard that? Be ye separate. And we were taught that meant stay away from drunks, alcoholics, prostitutes, greedy people. That's what we were taught, right? Don't even have nothing to do with them. Then you find Jesus sitting up in the publican's house, drinking wine. Whoa. No, that scripture does not mean don't associate with them. It means come away from the thinking that had you bound, that you now see them bound in. Come out and be ye separate. Come away from that thinking that has incarcerated you and learn of me. Because this book is written about me. The volume of the book is written about me. Come that you might be able to be where I am. For this is the Father's desire, that we be one. For the Father will not withhold anything from you, because he loves you with a love divine, and he has sent me into expression to show you what that love looks like. Come unto me, all you and are heavy laden. And know this one fact. You'll not find him by going any other way but through me. Isn't that what he said? No man cometh unto the Father except by me. So that means I now have to focus on his teaching See how the journey is starting to shape up? You've gone inside, and now you're beginning to find out, I have to seek him within, but I have to seek him through the teaching of Jesus Christ. And Jesus said, you have heard it said of old, but I say unto you, you were given 10 commandments, but I give you a new commandment. And in fact, I'm going to give you 2. You can forget about the other 8. You can forget them. Oh, that's heresy. No, it's not. Number 1, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy might. Number 2, love your neighbor as yourself. That's it. Well, what about do not steal? Would you steal from somebody if you loved them? Do not bear false witness. Would you bear false witness against somebody if you loved them? Honor thy mother and thy... Would you dishonor? There's only 2 commandments. And really, there's only one. Love. Love ye one another. 1 John 5:4, for whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. This is your victory. The prospector didn't tell anybody where he found the gold, did he? He knew that was his demise. The moment he revealed it, he just kept bringing nuggets into town, didn't he? And then he had to become aware of people following him, didn't he? Watching to see where he went. So he had to take long round and then probably travel at night. Make them think he was sleeping over here, and when they wake up in the morning, he's way on the other side. Why? Because he had found something. His value, that which he was searching for. Whatever is born of God. I put a post on Facebook the other day, and somebody wrote back and said, if you don't mind sharing, would you tell us how he answered you? I don't know how to tell you how he answered. All I can tell you is that I sought him with my whole heart. And that answer that came was enough to rock my world, to prove to me that he existed. Now you see. Now I know that he exists. See how we started out over here in all this negativity and wondering why this and why that, and now here we are over here. There is a God. I know he exists. And now I'm going to climb that mountain. I'm going to spend that 40 days and that 40 nights. I'm going to consistently seek him. Why? Because now I know he exists. The scriptures say it is written that if I seek him with my whole heart, he will reveal himself and he will be a rewarder. A rewarder. Oh, wow. I get a Maserati? Whoa. See? You're going in the wrong direction. A rewarder. What did he tell Abraham? Walk upright before me, and I will be your great reward. Man, I don't want that. Huh? You don't want that. See, you have not realized that having God is having everything. If I have God, what do I have to take thought for? Whoa! Oh, revelation of revelations. Isn't that Matthew 6? Take no thought. But I can't do that. Well, keep seeking him as he confirms himself in you. What's going to happen to doubt and taking thought? Don't they get removed? Don't they fade? If you keep convincing me that you're going to do this, what am I thinking about not having that? That's why he's saying take no thought for your life. But what about all the things in between? Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do until you don't got to do them no more. Because when he does come, he brings his reward with him. What do you think his reward is? Victory. My son who was lost, what did that boy find? Man, I got a daddy that loves me, and he got everything. He didn't go home thinking, now I got to live here for the rest of my life. He didn't know. He said, I got it. And when he got home, what did he get? Didn't he get a great reward? See, this is the gospel that Jesus Christ brought to us, but it's going to take your whole commitment. It's going to take your whole commitment to reach it. Don't be concerned about how long you're going to live on this earth. I want to live a long life. Yeah, he said he would satisfy you with a long life. You don't know whether that's 50 years. You don't know whether it's 60. You don't know whether it's 100. You don't know what it is. Because Jesus only had how many? 33. He was satisfied. Lord, Reb, what are you saying? I'm saying turn it all over to him. Seek him with your whole heart. He will not fail you. And when it's time for you to go, guess who's going to be ready? You are. You're going to be ready to go. But in the meantime, what do you want? I want to know you. That's all I want to know. I want to know who you are. And I want to know why you put me here. That your purpose might be fulfilled. The errors in our belief must be recognized and to be just that, and must be overcome. This correction sets us free on the path of reconciliation. I have believed all kinds of mess about this world, and now I'm finding out that I need only believe that he is, and because he is, his shroud or his bubble is around me, and he will not allow anything to happen to me that is not in conjunction with who he is. Because where the Father is, there is liberty. What shall I fear? What shall I dread? I saw a scripture the other day that said, why do you fear a man who has breath in his nostrils, or someone who who is going to die, and who was made like grass, and have forgotten your maker? Woo. See, that's the type of stuff that wakes me up. Because once I realize that there are people in this world that fear that. They fear other people. Just like right now, a lot of people getting scared about what they think is getting ready to happen in the government. Well, if it happens, what are you going to do to change it? What have you done in the past that changed anything? But what can you do? Seek the Father to where when I hear his voice, whatever they do, if they raise the taxes, then the Father is going to provide the taxes for me to pay. If they lower the taxes, then the Father is going to provide the money for me to expand on my pleasure, right? Do other things. If they go to war, tell me what you 80-year-old men going to do. Come on now. They just going to go to war, aren't they? We need to understand. You're not going to be able to do anything about what the world is doing. It says, be not a friend of the world. If I'm not going to be a friend of the world, who am I a friend to? God. Because God has said, shall I not reveal to my friend what I'm about to do in the earth? Do you actually think a person that knows God is going to do something and not tell him? It's not written that way. That's not law. I have decided that I'm going to trust the Lord with all my heart, with all my strength, and all my might. And what did God say? God's out maybe one day just kind of looking over his Ponderosa, and suddenly he looks in a direction, and here you come. It didn't say God said, oh, my baby is on his way home. I'll wait for him to get. It didn't say that, did it? It said he ran out to meet him, which means when you decide that you are going to make heaven your home, when you decide that you will leave here with one desire, one only, Father, that I might hear you, that I might feel you, that I might know you, when you decide that, it says he's going to rush to you, and he is going to provide the things necessary, even if you don't get to the point. Because if you recall, when Jesus came back from the grave, what did he say? What? Now all power, which denotes that all power had not been before 3 days. He said, now I got it. I got it all now. What did he say after that? You go. What is he saying? I got this, y'all. Ain't nothing going to harm y'all. Can't nothing hurt you. Why? I got all power. All of it belongs to me. There is nothing outside my power. So don't be worried about no devil. I went and took the keys from him. There's nothing that stands in your way now. You're mine. The Father has given all things unto me. Go. Make people look like me. That's what he said. Go. Teach them to look like me. Hebrews 8:10, Jeremiah 31:33. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. If he puts it in your mind and puts it in your heart, what room is there for anything else to get in? We not only know the truth, but what have we become? The truth. What did Jesus say? When you see me, you see something, you mix that sugar in that water, you start go in. But after you start mixing it, you didn't see it anymore, did you? You can't tell the difference between the water and the sugar, can you? That's what we are. When you see me, Jesus even looked at them and said, if you knew God, you'd know me. Why? Because God is all about love. So every time, this is me now, anytime you get in a situation and you start feeling that heat, your feathers starting to get ruffled, your gills starting to widen out, sweat getting ready to pop out, force love to come to the surface. Force it. Even if you don't want to. Force love to come to the surface. For he who loves is born of God. As God has forgiven you, you forgive them. But you don't know how they made me feel. I don't care how they made you feel. What do you want? You want to win this battle, or do you want to win the war? John 14:6. Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. We've already crossed that. His teaching. You need to go in there and find out what he said, and then ask God, how was he able to do this? Show me. And sit and be quiet and listen. The 5 common senses must be controlled from making all of our judgments. Somebody ever made you mad? And you can't get out of being mad because mad is just hanging around? That's your 5 senses telling you, stay mad. Stay mad. Why are they telling you to stay mad? Because I want to bust you right in your mouth. I want to make you get punished. I want you to go to bed without food. I want people to just stop talking to you. That's why you mad. Because Jesus said what? Love. Let it go. Let it go. Because guess what? Why are you mad? You the only one mad. Ain't nobody else mad. They looking at you like, hey, you still mad? And I can understand why you stay mad. You stay mad because you don't realize that love is out here saying, I got this. You've forgotten your maker. Hey, is God mad? Think about this. If God were mad, if God ever got mad, what would be left? If he lets it go, Why can't you? Good God Almighty. Come on, Jonathan. Come on. If God ever got mad at us, so what you saying, Rev? I'm saying love. Force love to come to it. Even if you don't believe it, just say, oh, Lord, help me to love. Help me, Lord. Why? Because it is written. I don't want to miss out on the law. Like I was telling Garner a little bit earlier, I got on yesterday going, let's watch the Pro Bowl. My wife said, is that today? I said, it's usually right before the Super Bowl. I picked up my phone and said, it was last week. Hey, y'all, gone. I want to get mad. I want to get mad. But if I get mad, are they going to show me the Super Bowl? Only if I got channel 154 on Dish, I can go back and watch it. But they're not going to say, man, Kenny over there mad with his lip poked out. Mad. There's no need to get mad if you know that there's a God. If you don't know, yeah, you're going to get mad. You're going to hurt yourself. The all-knowing, let's see. This is not an easy task, controlling our five senses. But this is absolutely what? Necessary. Absolutely necessary. The all-knowing, ever-present, all-powerful spirit of truth must rule over the senses. Life must not be lifted above sensory perception. There can be no hedging on this. It's sort of like the scripture that says, the abomination of desolation to see the son of perdition sitting in the holy place. Guess what the son of perdition is? Your five senses. Oh, it's Satan or the devil. Well, you call it whatever you want, okay? But it's man making decisions on his own. That's the abomination. Oh, and when Antichrist show up, everybody looking for one man. No, Antichrist is the son of perdition. It's the man who thinks according to his own well-being. That's Antichrist, instead of believing who God is. Once you start understanding the scriptures, you say, I am giving up all that I might rest in the law. It is written. Isaiah 30:21. When I decide that I'm going to trust God and God alone, what's going to happen? Thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. And as I pointed out a little bit earlier, it's not something coming and pointing and saying, go that way. Go that way. No, it's inside you saying, this is the way. What's the way? Hearing me. Hearing me. Well, how am I going to know which one to take? Because when you hear it, you're going to know. When God speaks to you, there is nothing left to wonderment. What did he tell Gideon? Go. Gideon was the one who needed confirmation. Did he know where to go? Yeah. When the children of Israel were circling Jericho, what did he tell them to do? Be quiet. Don't talk to each other. Because you know there's somebody down there. What are we doing this? Man, we've been walking around this place 6 days. Until today, he's talking about do it. Do it. No, do it. What, 6 or 7 times? Do it 7 times. And this is crazy. That's why he told him, shut up. Just walk. You see what I'm saying? What's better than sacrifice? obedience. Do what you know he said, and you shall be delivered. Isaiah 42:16. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. This is not people without sight, okay? Think about how many people would be in the world blind and God just leading them. No, he's saying those that do not know me, I will bring them by a way that they knew not. Have y'all ever noticed how our world out here, the world outside of the church, is always telling the church how it's supposed to interpret scriptures? Come on. And then we go out there arguing with them. Y'all don't go to church. And then they'll sue you. They'll sue you at what you understand. They'll sue you and win in court. The best thing for you to do is what? Be quiet. Be quiet and go sit. Because they're blind. And they can't see the way. But you know the way. What did he say? Show us the way, Lord. What did Jesus say? You already know the way. What's the way, y'all? Love. Love ye one another. No matter what they do, love them. And if you can't love them, ask God to love them. And show you how he loved them. So that you can pick up on it and love them. Because every child in this room wants to be able to take care of their own life when they're trying to do it now, aren't they? Nobody wants to be dependent on anybody else. But we have to be taught. That's what Galatians is all about. Though the heir be a child and everything be his, the kingdom can't be given to him, but he is put under tutors and governors until when? The day of the Father. When the day of the Father comes, that child hears the Father, and now he is able to go forth into the kingdom of I am. I and my Father are one. I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. Why? Because it is written. That's law. You do this, God cannot go, yeah, but you missed, you tripped, you didn't. No, he can't. Because if your heart is sincere, what does the blood cover? A multitude of sins. You're on a spiritual journey. If you want to complete it, do what? Seek ye first the kingdom, that which made itself known to you that there is a God. Seek him with your whole heart. Don't let anything get in your way. Seek him no matter how many times you fall. Should you fall, the commander of the Lord of hosts is going to come and tell you, get up, dust yourself off, and let's go on, because there was sin in the camp. Renounce it. Why? Because it is written. God bless you.